there is something that I really want us to look into, and I want to share this with you, each and every one of us listening tonight. I want everyone to pay rapt attention to what I'm about to share with you on what the scripture says about the gift of man makes way for him. The gift of man makes way for him. So one other time I took my time to ponder on why the scripture says that the gift of man makes way for him. And I was asking, how does the gift of man makes way for him? And my eyes were open to understand the dispensation we are living in, and before the 21st century, how innovations came to be, and how the people that brought these innovations became the newest millionaires and billionaires in the society. So when I take a look into this, I was able to go into comedy and say, let me see if I can pick a niche in comedy to find out what the scripture means when it says that the gift of man maketh way for him. Then I look at back before, when we have our forefathers, many of them were highly talented in making people laugh. Many of them were highly talented in jokes, cracking jokes, making fun of events or whatever they see around. And they can make you forget your sorrow. Even in funeral, these people can crack jokes on the funeral, and people that came to attend the funeral will start laughing and forget their sorrows. But one thing I discover is that this man died broke. They end up dying broke. And I ask myself, why would a single man make a community laugh and still end up dying broke? So I brought this story, this event to the 21st century, where we have the same niche, the same gifts, the same talent, making the new people millionaires and billionaires. I want to talk about in the same people that used to make jokes, comedy jokes. Now in the 21st century, the youth now turned it into comedy. This is where we have the likes of Sam Loco Efe, the likes of Osofia, the likes of Chiwe Dalago, the likes of Victor Suago. We have the likes of Clint the Drunk, the likes of Igodai, the likes of Aproko, the likes of AY Comedy. And these men started doing this, and the innovation keeps happening, and we are using platforms to make their jokes or comedy to say. But there's something I understand, that in these recent times, we started having the likes of Mackenzie Comedy, the likes of Brother Solo, the likes of Real Life Comedy, the life of Exploit Comedy. We have the likes of Brother Shaggy, the likes of Kevin Black's comedy. Now, what do you learn from this? You can discover that the industry is changing, and at this current dispensation, the industry grows very fast because the people are able to utilize what they have available. And they did not just utilize what they have available, they monetize these gifts. And as they monetize these gifts, they will be able to employ the very best of technology, whereby they no longer need platforms to perform. They no longer need to go to the crowd to make the crowd laugh. They no longer need to ask from people to host them on the show, but they use the internet to monetize their gift and their talent. They use the Facebook family of apps. They use the TikTokers, where we have the TikTokers, we have the YouTubers, we have the Facebookers, we have the Instagrammers on the Reels, and they publish their video comedies and people watch, and this pay-per-view monetized and pay them in return. So I want you to pay attention to this story, because this story has opened my eyes towards why the scripture says that the gift of man maketh way for him. Now the gift of man makes way for him, meaning if you can be able, only and only if you can be able to monetize your gift, adding value to the gift, as you are giving out your talent, your gift, there is a quantifiable value you are getting in return. That is when the scripture will come to pass, when it says the gift of man makes a way for him. So I want you to ponder on this, how my God-given talent makes way for me. When you ask yourself this question, you are simply asking yourself, how will I be able to monetize what I know how to do? How will I be able to monetize the things I have learned in the universities, the things that have given me sleepless nights, the things I found myself doing without pushing myself to do them? How will I be able to monetize the things I have passion in doing? How will I be able to monetize my handwriting skills? How will I be able to monetize so that the scripture will come to pass in my life? So when you ask yourself this question, you will see that answers will start coming. So I want you to ponder on this today, while we meet again, where I will share with you, monetize your gifts, your God-given talents, monetizing your God-given skills, monetizing the things you have learned, monetizing your abilities, your agilities, your passion, and how monetizing the things you know will fulfill the scripture in your life. See you next time.